Hi, welcome to my PlayHouse, and today we're gonna talk about something as sexy as documentation. I have two racks of servers here, and to be quite honest, what IP number does this one have? I have no idea. What serial number does it have? Well, it's right here on the box, but if I'm away from here, it's a hassle to find out what serial number that server has. I don't need the serial number for anything because all these servers are way out of guarantee or service or anything like that. But if you have a data center and it's actually within guarantee, you want to know the serial numbers of the different servers so that you can, if they break, you can call in and get serviced on them. That's what I'm going to be showing you today, how I document. I don't document this my own server racks right now, but I do document at work, and I just want to show you that. This is how I document at work. These are the racks and racks and racks, and well, you can actually press a server and you can get additional information on this server. Yeah, now it's not as much reflection. We're gonna go to the computer and have a little look at that. What you were seeing just before was a representation of a real data center, but on my iPad. It was actually kind of sophisticated. I did some went through Citrix and I opened a remote desktop to a jump server and showed you the schematic of a real data center. And I have that right here. And just to show you, this is run from Microsoft Visio, and this is a version 2010. Unfortunately, I installed a Danish version without thinking, so we're gonna open this and I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller because you can't see everything. Okay, here I've scaled it so that it will fit the screen. Just make this a little bit smaller, and it's a real data center. There's like 34 something racks here, and that's when you lose the big picture of what's in rack number 13. Oh, that's not 13, that's 13. Oh, that's a storage, EMC storage. What's in rack 7? That's VMware hosts. What's in rack 5? Oh, we have something here. Let's press that. And we get a lot of information on that server right over here. And of course, this is a lot of manual labor putting all that data in there. And I have another one here, a VMware host. So there's a VMware host, there's some information about some IP numbers and what rack it's in, and support agreement down here. I can see that it's outside of guarantee, and it was at guarantee at IBM, so I do know that there is service on this still, but from another provider. This data on every system is very helpful when you're not in the data center. Like this server, the other day it actually threw a hard drive. So down here I have which hard drives are in this server. Just make this a little bit bigger again. Here it has 3 hard drives. They're on 73.4 gigabytes each, SAS 10,000 rounds per minute, and it has a spare part number of that. So that's cool. It has processor information there, it has some memory information, but I want to build this with my little server room data center out here. So I'm gonna shut down this, and I'm gonna be reusing some of the stuff that is in here, but not with that one. So I'm gonna be opening another one. I hope you can manage to find a version of Microsoft Visio. It is one of the more expensive programs in the Microsoft suite, but well, it is widely available. So let's start a new document, new one. I will just get an empty one here. This is probably for an A4 size piece of paper. It looks like it. So I want to put some stuff on here. So first I will open another document that I have. This one, it's called Stencil. This is more or less just all the equipment we have at work. I have found all these. These are called stencils. It's different server modules. I've divided it into different brands. I have Cisco, I have EMC, I have IBM, a lot of IBMs. One of the we're gonna get into this one fairly quick. That's the server that I have the most of, and I have this one too, and I have that one. I have one of these, but I want to copy the rack. Let's start by stealing those. Here we have a rack, and it even has a little ruler on the side of it telling what rack unit. So I'm gonna mark this, and I'm gonna copy. This is in Danish, but that's copy. And we're gonna take the empty drawing here. Gonna get rid of that one. Zoom out a bit. And we'll put that in there. Okay, and we'll move that. Put it in the middle somewhere. There. And we'll borrow a copy of that. You do that by pressing Control and just moving it, and there we have a copy. And I'll take the ruler here and put it on the other side of the rack. There, kind of have to move that. And we'll move those two. My racks are all close. Oh, that didn't work. Close together, so we're gonna move close together like that. And we'll just call this rack 1. And and call this rack 2. So now I have 2 racks. The rulers are not exactly. Let's zoom in a bit. I haven't placed these very well, have I now? We'll try that again. I like it to look good. I can mingle with that later. So we want to put some servers in this. I know that if we look at this, if you compare to my server room, I have 9 servers over here, and they're all the model 1 of the IBM. So we'll borrow that. Oh, actually we'll just borrow those 3 right here. Copy. And we'll put them in right there. That's some odd colors. But we have the... Why does it look like that? Just try that again. Apparently it just looks stupid to ignore me. We'll put this in, and rack 2. And I can kind of just copy that by pressing down Control, and the red spots are like it puts them in automatically. It will find out where to put it. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Need 2 more. There we are. 9 servers like that. Then I have a switch, and I have a monitor thing. Let's see what we have over here. We'll just find some kind of switch to put in to start with. Mine it is kind of a Cisco switch. It's a Linksys that Cisco bought. So it's a 48 port switch. Do we have anything that looks like a 48 port switch? That's actually we'll borrow that. That's my screen and monitor. I'll just save this. Save as. Put it on the desktop here. My PlayHouse DC. Well, I was not satisfied of how this looks. The service looks all wrong compared to over here. So I found that, well, I opened it the wrong way. So we go back over here, File, and we open a new one. And instead of this standard diagram, we have to select this rack diagram, and we'll open one of those, new one. And we'll do this like that, somewhere. And we will borrow this, actually all of this, copy, put it, oh, that's the wrong one. Go over here, put it in there, and nothing will have changed. But if I take a server from over here, like that one, copy that, and put it in here, paste, it looks normal. So
I'll just replace the servers here. Good thing that I didn't put in any data at all. Okay. That one's wrong too. Get a new one. Didn't find a switch, so we're just gonna take something. That's a nice switch. And beneath that, I have a blade center. There, it's an H blade center. So we're gonna steal everything here. Oh, we didn't need. Oh, well, we need that over here somewhere. Put this one in there. Oh. I will zoom in and check the blades. There's some that I don't have. That one is not in my arsenal. That one either. I have some of these. And they're not there. They're actually over here. I have 4 of those. And I have 2 LS21s. I'm just gonna borrow this, the HS21 for those. That's the blade center. And down at the bottom I have a 3950. We have that over here. Oh, it seems we only have a 3850. We'll borrow that one. They look alike. And there. And over here we have, I have 3 iSCSI devices up here. How do you get these stencils? Well, let's just save as. To get the stencil for these are Dell Ecologic iSCSI Sans, we start a web browser. I've already searched for it. This is the model that I have, and it looks like this. So when we search for it, we get pointed to Dell's homepage. Already tried this. You're presented with a login, and you have to have a valid login, and you need some equipment that still has Dell's support, and I don't have that, so I don't have access to that, and I do not think that Dell has any good stencils for this anyway. There is this place, and it's called Visio Cafe, and that's a really good place to get a lot of stencils. So let's go there. Already opened that up. This is the main page. We'll just go to the opening page here. There is a lot of brands, and Dell is one of them. Where did it go? Dell, right there. And when we scroll down here, we will very fast see that we have Dell Storage PS series. That's exactly what I have. That's a PS400. We can download that. Where did it go? There it is. And we will download that. I already downloaded it, so there it is. And we can open that, and it's right there. Close that. And I'll copy it up here. I've already done that. Well, unzip it. Do you wanna, yeah, move and replace. Cool. So move that and back to Visio. So over here we can open the stencils that we just found at the Visio Cafe. We do that by more, and there's this little green one, and it's probably gonna be called something else. But here are all the Dell stencils that I just picked up. But unfortunately, the devices that I have are so old that they're not in here. There's a whole bunch of them, but well, my storage devices are too old, and that's probably also why I have them. So what I did, I went on and I got another one. They had one that they were calling classics, so I got those too. So here are the classics, and they're a little bit better, but still they don't have the one that I have. Mine is still too old for the classics, even though we get pretty close. But, well, they're still not there. So what I want to do is build my own. First, I need something that is 3U. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna open a new document because I don't wanna mess with the one I already have open. I'm gonna open that one, gonna make it a bit smaller. There, gonna minimize that one. And we need a stencil that is already 3U, and I just happen to know that I've built this one before. We're gonna copy that over here, paste that. And we need a good picture of the box. And well, we're just gonna steal this one. Copy image. Save image as check. We're gonna borrow that. Gonna put it in desktop. Yes. And we're gonna open my graphics program. Open. Oh, that's a lot of images of me. And open the picture of the box. And we just need the front of it. Don't need the back here, just needs front. So first I'm gonna see if it's square. Now it's not really square, so we're gonna make it square. I need a new image. This is 1200 times 1200, so we're gonna make one that is 1400. Oh. 800 must be enough. There, we'll borrow this box. Press that one, and it corrects the image. And now we should be able to get a square box out of this. Copy that, minimize that, and we'll move over to Visual again. This empty drawing. We'll start by going into this object. Group, open patch panel. There we are. So here is the image that I put on the stencil when I made this violent memory flash thing. So I'm just gonna take that and delete that, and we'll just put the new image on here. Have that in a clip holder, so there it is. It's a bit big, so we'll make it a bit smaller. There we are. Pretty good. So we'll close that down. Now we have it does say that it's a violent box. So we're gonna call it something else. Just go over here and we're gonna steal, let's steal this. Del ecologic. There we are. Nice. Also over here, all the data will be wrong on it. Right now it still thinks that it's a violent box, but it does actually think that it's a storage unit. So I'm just gonna borrow this again. Now that is all good, and there is another thing we need to set, and that's this name, and that's fine. Now I can copy this box over in my drawing. It will look a bit different because this is a real picture. These are like drawings. I'd like to get rid of this 3U thing. I don't know if I can do that. So I have 3 of those, like that. And this is actually, well, I guess we have to go out into the data center and see what's next. So let's do that.
So here we are at the data center, and we can see the 3 Dell Ecologic up here. And there is 9 IBMs over here. If we scroll down a little bit, you can see that over here there is some IBM Model 2s. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. And further down there is some 4 Model 3s. and then there is the 3850, and then there is the Blade Center E, and then oops. And over here we have, underneath the Blade Center, I have the HP server, and then there is an old IBM 336, and the last one down there. Okay, back into the drawing.
So back at the drawing, we'll need some more computers from we need the Model 2 and the Model 3, so we're gonna pick that one and that one. And we need a 336, that one. And we need an HP. It's a generation 6 I have out there, so we're gonna borrow that one. Gonna copy those and put them in here. The HP is just under the Blade Center, so it's right there. Then we have the Model 2. There are 6 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then this Blade Center is too high, so we're moving that down. And we have the Model 3, IBM/Lenovo Model 3. Have 4 of those. And we have this 336, and it's over there. Then I have an oops down here. Actually, this one was on top of the oops, so it must be like that. So we'll see if we can find an oops. It's actually a compact oops. That would be under HP, because HP bought or merged with compact way back. So let's see if we can find some really old compact stuff. Okay, this took a bit of searching around. I tried the old stuff down here. There was actually one, where is it? There is one common that has oopses. Check that one, wasn't it? And it has another one up here, the newer stuff, which has racks and oopses and PDUs and floor layout and stuff like that, and oopses. So I got that one, and it actually contains the oops that I need. Where is that's my oops right there. So we're gonna borrow that one, and that would be just down here. But actually the oops does not contain the information that I need for it to be right. Over here we have the information that each box can contain. It has some network name, a unit type, and that can be different types of it can be a server, it can be strøm is power, network, fiber, kabelbakke, which is a cable tray. And like, this information is not in one of these stencils. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna open a new one again, and we're gonna borrow something from over here. I'm gonna borrow that. No, we'll borrow something that is 2U. Borrow the HP server here and put that over here. One HP server. This is like a database of different stuff. So when we we're just gonna open the oopses again, HP oopses, and we're gonna find the right one. There's a lot of different models. That's the one I have. I'm gonna put that in there, and you can see the amount of data over here that changed. So I'm gonna borrow a copy of that, and we're gonna mess with this one. It has a lot of the same stuff, but this one has more. That's because you can customize these data sheets that the system has, and I want to borrow the one from down here because it's in the right order, and all the stuff that I wanted to be in there is on that one. So we're gonna go in here and we're gonna delete this data sheet there, and I'm gonna be deleting all of these, and we're gonna put another one on it. So manufacturer, delete, just gonna delete all of them. So it's empty, this one is full, this one is empty. So we're gonna right click and we're gonna say this is the data set. So we have one here. We're gonna put this HP one on top of that. Use that and close that. Let's close that for a second. Now we can delete the HP. Doesn't need that anymore. But we need this one. Properties. It thinks it's an HP server, so that's why I borrowed another one. So we can have this one and we can copy stuff. It is an HP actually. Manufacturer, HP company. Oh, I don't really know that. And we can steal this. Product description. R3000XR. Okay. R3000XR. And it's to you. And do we have anything else? It's not a server. It's more to do with power. That's power in Danish. So now we have a stencil and, well, that looks pretty fair. There's one more thing we need to do, and that is to alter the name of this thing. Otherwise it will conflict. So I'm gonna call it HP R3000 XR. There we are. Close that. And we'll copy this. And we'll put it in our drawing. There. And put it down there. So now I actually have everything in my data center, except this switch is wrong. I don't want to mess with that right now, but everything in my data center is in the drawing right now. So now I can start adding data to all my servers. I can give them names, I can give them asset numbers, manufacturer, part number, serial number, building, department, room. Well, I probably don't need those. Rack numbers. This one is in rack 2, right? And there's some easy ways to do that, because everything over here is in rack 2 and everything over here is in rack 1. So I can more or less just select, as long as I don't select everything. I need to select it 100% for it to be selected. So I can now put this in rack 2. Oh, sorry, rack 1. And now when I press anything, there's a little rack 1 right there. And I can do the same thing with rack 2. Just make sure that I didn't get the blade center, I think. And I can say that that's rack 2. There. And everything is in rack 2. That's a really easy way to put in multiple data in everything. Even the blades is now in rack 2. So yeah.
So now I can start adding data to my visual drawing of my data center. I just found this. That's the HP oops that I just added. And well, then we can start adding numbers and stuff like that. Serial numbers and production dates, service, license agreements, all the stuff that you need for a big data center. If you only have a few servers, it's not a problem, you know where everything is. But when it grows, it's really hard to keep track of everything. So now you've seen how I do it. Just started it here because I thought it would be nice to have a similar drawing here in my little data center, but I use it a lot at work because we have multiple data centers and many racks in each data center. So to keep track of all that, you need some kind of a system, and except for the Microsoft Visual license, this is more or less just free. It takes a lot of time to put in all the data, but it's not really a piece of expensive software. It's just part of the Microsoft suite, one of the more expensive ones. So I hope you got a lot out of this, and we'll go document your data center. And thank you for watching my videos. Do subscribe to my channel so that you can see me again, and have a really nice day. Bye bye.